Hey guys, I know I'm a little late with this video, but it was a holiday here in Brazil this weekend and I traveled to São Paulo just to get away a little bit, and I just came home yesterday and I obviously had to talk about Hakuto Precure first, so that's what I did. But let's now talk about KIRAKIRA Precure episode 36, the last episode of the duo episodes, and this one we had a little focus on Akira and Ichika, our main characters. So I think this episode, out of the three, it was the one that focused the least on those two characters. But even though it focused the least, it still had a nice focus, and it also had kind of a nice balance between Akira and Ichika, even though it focused more on Akira and her own struggles. Before talking about it, let me just show you guys what I got in Sao Paulo. Look at this. This is a very cute package of something you put in your rice, and I was able to find it in Liberdade, which is a Japanese block in São Paulo. There are some Japanese mega stores there, and they sell Japanese stuff. So it's very rare finding Precure stuff there, apart from this thing. But it's a very nice thing. I haven't opened it yet, but when you open it, there are lots of small packages, and the packages are all from different characters, and they're very nice. So I'm obviously going to save them all because I just love those things, and I just love those little just those little perks from Precure, and I like collecting Precure stuff. So this is a very nice thing. So I really liked it. Okay, so talking about episode 36, the plot of episode 36 was very simple, but at the same time it was very nice because I love when they focus on the Strawberry Hill because it's a very nice place. I think that people live there very harmoniously, and I don't know, I just love it. And it was funny because there was championship. It was kind of like a championship, and so they had to compete against each other, and it was nice because every district had a girl representing it. And so we had Ichika in one, Yukari in one, Himari in one, and CL in another one. Aoi found a way to participate, and Akira, which is a new person in the Strawberry Hill, she moved into the Strawberry Hill in episode 6, episode 7, in her own episode. I think it was in episode 6. And so she's new there. So it was her first tournament. And she actually ended up on Ichika's team because they're neighbors. So it was nice because it was the first time that their team had a shot at winning. So they put lots of stakes in Akira because Akira is Akira. We know that she can do anything to help other people. So we had a little moment between Akira and Miku, which was a sweet moment, but at the same time, I thought Akira was a little harsh on her, saying that she couldn't go there and watch the tournament. First, I think that it was a little harsh because it seemed that she just had a fever. And, in special moments, why not? Why not just leave the hospital for a while? I don't know, it's her state, and I don't know if she can't go out. It seems that she can't really leave the hospital for a long periods of time, or there are periods that she can't leave. We don't know much about her sickness, but I felt kind of sorry for her. I always feel sorry for her, but I felt sorry for her because she couldn't participate in that moment, and that moment would be very nice for her simply because it's not only about Akira but also about Akira's friends. So I would love to see that. And anyways, Akira was very pumped up. She really wanted to do everything that she could. And the reasoning behind that was also very nice because Akira felt very lonely when she moved to her grandmother's house, but she was able to find lots of peace of mind, and lots of she could feel the warmth of her neighbors. And we know that Akira is very close to the girls, and we know that she always has a great time in Kirapati, but we didn't know that she felt that lonely, and we didn't know that she was able to find her peace together with Ichika and the other neighbors, because the other neighbors, they were always very nice to her. So I I really liked seeing that part of her character because we didn't see that before. So again, Akira, a good character. I like her, so it's nice to see that she's being expanded a little more than her simple and straightforward personality of trying to help other people no matter what the cost. So I think that that's basically everything that I wanted to say about the episode. We've had some nice moments here and there, nice and cute moments with Pekuring and the crystal animals. We've also had nice moments with the girls competing, and it was very interesting because there was a macaron run or something like that, and macaron was not the one that was actually racing on that. And then I thought, oh, that's just so absurd. Why isn't Yukari the one participating? Why was Ichika the one participating in that event? And then when I saw Ichika participating on it, I really understood it because it makes you look really ridiculous. And you know, Yukari is just our posh girl. She can't look that ridiculous while doing anything. She has to keep her posture. She has to keep her cool every single time. So there was no way Yukari would do that. And it was also very nice to see every girl stepping up to help Akira and to, you know, to make up for her not being able to participate in every event because she was feeling it. She was really sorry for that, and she was really feeling sad because of that. And I think that the worst part of it is that Ichika didn't really have something. It was nice because Ichika was the one that noticed that Akira was not feeling well, and that the detective Ichika moment was really nice. But you know, we didn't really see much of Ichika's personality, Ichika's struggle in this episode, because every time we have this dual episode, we see the two girls with more focus. But now I didn't really see that in this episode. It was nice seeing Ichika doing all the things that she did, but the focus was more on Akira. And the idea of the animal crystal also being relating to Akira's personality and what Akira was feeling was very, very nice. And oh, Biburi was also very nice in this episode. I love Biburi, and I was also loving her stance on like, oh my god, this is so ridiculous, but she was loving it. And it was nice seeing her with CL. She's working with CL, so it's also nice to know that she's in a good path, and she's probably very happy. So I'm very curious to see more of Biburi. Actually, I really hope that they focus a little bit more on her in a few episodes. I don't know. I really want to see more of her, even if doing simple things like she did in this episode. I just hope that she doesn't fade in the background. And I think the most interesting thing about this episode was Diable. Not Diable himself or itself, I don't know. But first, let's just talk about how Diable turned out to be a furry. That was really bizarre. And then I kind of felt like Diable was very weak. And it seems that he was almost at full power, but he was defeated so easily in this episode, and I don't know. I was expecting more from him actually, and he was just regaining a furry form, and I was like, is that it? And then another interesting thing about him, not about him, but finally, we're able to see the other two villains in action again. And they weren't just sitting there waiting for Diable to do its thing. Grave was there, and Grave stole Diablo's power to become stronger. So Grave and Eliseo, are you finally going to do something? I mean, Eliseo already did very nice things in the episodes that he appeared, but Grave was very bland. I think that he's the blandest villain so far in this season, sorry. And I think Grave is the blandest villain in this season so far. Not in the design, but in his personality and what he does and what he represents. He represents no threat at all. All of the other villains, they were very scary in some points of the story. Giulio, Biburi, Eliseo, Noir. But Grave was so boring. So I think now it's probably time for Grave to shine. So next episode, we're gonna have Ciel being in doubt as if she has to return to France to study more, and someone is going to try to recruit her. Oh my god, that's going to be very nice. And Eliseo is going to be back in action again. I hope that Eliseo already brings up his stronger powers. And I'm very excited for next episode. I think another Ciel episode is going to be very nice, and another Ciel episode might mean another Biburi appearance. So I'm up for that. And there's also another thing that I'm very curious. Pekorin is going to receive a human form this season, and I think that it's going to be in the episode after Ciel's episode, so it's episode 38 probably. So I'm very, very, very curious to see that and how that's going to happen. Oh, Pekorin, I love her. I love Pekorin so much. So I'm very curious to see her human form. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Let's talk about episode 36. Let's talk about Hakuto Precure. Let's talk about so many new things in the anime world. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.